from New York, North America's blind date. And now, a man who wrote the book on blender repair, Dave.
Thank you very much. Hi, thank you. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to share with you now a rare behind-the-scenes glimpse into the workings of this fantastic television broadcast. Earlier tonight, as I was chatting with the audience, this will give you an idea. Not only do we get the best-looking studio audiences anywhere in North American television, we get the brightest television audience. And now it's turned out we get the most considerate studio audiences anywhere in television, period. Right before the show, a very nice young man from Portland, we think. He stands up and he says, "Excuse me, Dave, I have a question." And I said, "Yes, sir. What is your question?" And he says, "Is it all right to yell out weasel?" And I said, "Why? By all means, of course, and thank you for asking. Yes, it certainly is. Here is the place to yell out weasel." Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. It wasn't that last guy, but you could tell he thought it was a good idea. Where is he, Hal?
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, I'd have to go along with that, sure.
Welcome to the program. Welcome to New York City. Tomorrow, as you know, is the first day of spring, which of course, which here in New York City means it's time for the annual spit thaw. So, look forward to that. There was a fascinating bit of information in the New York Times today. According to this research that's been going on by some sort of medical research group, it turns out now that workers who are exposed to radiation are more likely to have health problems than workers who are not exposed to radiation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the kind of excellent medical research that makes America the greatest country in the world. I don't know. I did something wrong, but I don't care. Deborah Norville had a lovely brand new baby boy, and his name is Wolfgang. That's right, Morty. That's right. His name is Wolfgang. That's the Van Halen baby. Brother. That's Eddie, what's his name, and Valerie Bertinelli. Yeah, they've named the lovely boy Wolfgang. Talk about a difficult life for the kid.
You know everything.
Huh?
You know absolutely everything.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. But Deborah Norville had a little boy, and his name is Nikolai. That's right. And of course, in a magazine this week, there's a photo of Deborah breastfeeding the little baby boy, which is cute, you know. But I don't know, you know, people see these things and they get ideas. I was down in the commissary this afternoon, and there, enjoying lunch, is big, fat Willard Scott with his shirt off. So I said, what exactly? Let me tell you something, I'm very, very proud of that joke. It makes a grown man like me warm inside to tell a piece of joke. Go ahead, yell it out now, sir. One time. Weasel. All right, that's better. All right, now relax. Don't abuse the privilege. On the program.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited tonight. We're going to see a pro work tonight.
That's right, Pat Cooper.
Mr. Pat Cooper will be here.
Now, have you seen him work before?
I sure have. I've seen him live on the nightclub floor.
Uh-huh.
And,
why didn't you get a chair, as they say? Anton, are you with us? Come on. Why didn't you get a chair? Hey, and without sticks, too. It's just unbelievable. He did that. He did a rim shot with his bare hands. Let's see that again, Anton. And, yeah. Wow.
Some of the skills you have to learn when you play it.
You know, I don't know. Here in New York City, today is like the greatest day ever. It's a beautiful... Hey, in fact, this would be a good time to get the temperature. Relative humidity. What's the temperature? Put it right up there on the screen, how when you get it. Cloudless sky, high pressure somewhere, beautiful spring day. And did you notice, Paul, a lot of traffic, more traffic than you would expect for this time of year on a Wednesday? I don't know. Well, I do know. I have a theory. I think it's idiots. Because, you know, if you think about it, idiots driving into the city, what does that mean? They get out of bed, they see that it's a lovely day, and they say to themselves, I tell you what let's do. Let's drive into the city and breathe some poison. Hal, how are we doing on the temperature?
We're getting it.
How long do we have to wait, Hal?
About 15 seconds.
Yeah. What are you calling out to LaGuardia or something?
The NBC newsroom, Dave.
Hal, let me hear you yell out weasel just one time.
Weasel. Weasel. 54 degrees.
All right, we'll put it up, Hal. Let's see it. 54 degrees. And what's the relative humidity? Oh, okay, 22%. See, that's why it's a lovely day. No clouds. And what about the wind? Did we hear any wind?
12 degrees.
12 degrees. Ooh, man, thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. You know, I really appreciate the young man asking if it's okay to scream weasel. That has touched me. Speaking of young men, ladies and gentlemen, last night on the program, we began a brand new running character here. It's Dwight the Troubled Teen. Dwight, are you here tonight? Where is? There, Dwight. Dwight the Troubled Teen. Dwight, nice to see you. Thank you for being on the show. You know, Dwight, I would prefer it if you didn't smoke, all right?
You and Mom smoke? You're all just a bunch of damn hypocrites. I hate you.
Okay, Dwight the Troubled Teen. Morty, notify the Costas people we could be leaving the air tonight a little early.
Oh.
Let's do our top 10 list and then begin the big show. Top 10 goofy audience drivers license photos. You understand this, Paul?
I think I do, yes. I think I do.
We've had some of our staff members pass among the audience, and they've gotten their driver's license photos. Here we have now top 10 goofy audience driver's license photos. Here we go. Number 10, Eric Friedenthal, New York. I think we found the guy who's been tampering with the Sudafed. That's it. Number 9, David Brewer, Pennsylvania. Can balance a full cafeteria tray on his head. Number 8, Frederick Mayer, New Jersey. Hey, while you're taking this picture, I'm taking a leak. Okay. I'm even more proud of that one. Number 7, Malcolm Boyd, New York. Even in the Department of Motor Vehicles, it's important to be cool. Thank you, Malcolm. Number 6, Barbara A. Scultetti, Connecticut. Mr. Johnson, time for more medication. Get that one. Number 5, Scott J. Rayo, New York. Kicked out of Menudo for stealing, is what it says. Patricia Larkin from Alaska. She was in a bar fight the night her photo was to be taken, so that's not there. Mark Sullivan, Massachusetts, has 6 hitchhikers buried under his porch. There's Mark. Number 2, Mark Sedati, Ohio. Wipe that smirk off your face, pal. Yeah. And the number 1 goofy audience driver's license photo, Scott Gruber, New Jersey. Go to the graveyard and get me a fresh human brain, thank you. God. Let's see, are we ready to go, Morty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pat Cooperison's photos, like I have a driver's license. I think there's good news. Apparently, Paul, you've given Dwight the Troubled Teen a job over there with you. I see him standing over there behind the piano. Hi, Dwight. Nice to see you. Good to have you with us.
He's just there being troubled.
Paul,
Not really that he's working
for me.
for me.
Congratulated, Paul.
Well,
try to talk some sense into him.
It's not so much that he's working for me. He just seems to have
learning.
alighted with me.
We established last night that what was troubling Dwight the Troubled Teen is that he looks like he's 28.
Yeah.
That's what's...
Other than that, no problem.
Our first guest tonight, folks, is called The Long Walk Home, and it opens nationwide this Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, Sissy Spacek. How have things been?
Things have been good. How about with you?
Yeah, things have been pretty good. You know, you look great. You look like you're ready for trouble. You know, you could be. Do you find yourself in trouble much?
Rarely.
Yeah, good for you. You're from a small town in Texas, huh?
Yeah.
Quitman?
Have you been there?
Never been there. I'm curious about Quitman. How big a town is it?
It's small. It's about 1,237.
Right?
Give or take.
Has the population stayed pretty much that since you were there?
I think it's grown. That was what it was when I was there. It's about 1,500.
Right.
now.
And where is Quitman?
It's in deep northeast Texas, about 90 miles northeast to 90 miles northeast to Dallas, 38 miles north of Tyler.
Wow. So this really is country
This is
Texas. And
yeah.
you lived there most of your young life?
I lived there 17 years.
17 years. Now, what is, if we were to go there today, how would we find life in Quitman?
Quiet.
Yeah. Well, I kind of guessed that.
Quiet. There's a Dairy Queen. There's a dairy bar. There's a. That was always the thing. We'd circle one and circle the other. You know, leave your arm hanging out the side.
Yeah.
It's a nice little town. Hi everybody.
Now, let me get this
if
straight.
anybody's up this late.
Let me get this straight. You say Quitman has a Dairy Queen and a dairy bar, and you call it quiet? Come on.
What can I say?
And
Are you from a small town?
No, I'm not. I'm from Indianapolis. That's not a small town.
No.
But is the town proud of you?
The town's proud of me, as I am proud of them. They have a sign up as you go into Quitman. When any of you are driving through Northeast Texas, you just have to go through there, and it says home of Sissy Spacek, and the Dogwood Fiesta, and the Rotary Club, and the 4-H, and the... It's great.
And were you a member of the 4-H?
I was, and I heard you were too.
No,
you know...
no. No, I wasn't. I was in the Marine Corps.
Morty.
No, I used to do a show.
I heard.
All right, now don't. Yeah, see, trouble.
No,
I'm talking about trouble, and it's starting already.
Okay.
See, I was right. I used to do a little TV show where the 4-H kids would come on, and they'd show us various things that they had done in the club.
I brought a lamb here.
Do you have a lamb? Well, that was the show, pretty much it. But did you have projects like that?
I didn't raise any animals, but I made a little dress. I was in the dress review. I did that, and then I later was in the horsemanship club. I rode a horse. Yeah. That was about it.
Now, and you have children of your own now.
I have children of my own.
All right.
No 4-H'ers yet.
Right. But which kind of experience for a kid do you think is more valuable? The kind you're giving your children, or the kind your parents gave you?
Well, there's a similarity. I grew up in the country, and in fact, the reason we moved to Virginia was we wanted to be able to give them some of the same things, you know, dogs and
that's great.
Space.
Yeah. The kids are going to space. Did I hear right? Now, when you first got into show business,
one of these days.
No, come on. It's fun. We're having a good time, aren't we?
No, that wasn't intended for you. You said going to space.
Oh, the kids. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
You look like my children. You look very.
I don't know how a thing like that could have happened.
Wasn't on there.
I never been to Quitman. I was just passing through.
You have that lucky space.
I have
Let me check your hand.
The lucky space.
That's a lucky space. My husband has that space.
Has the space
the
as
reason
well.
I married him. And both my children have that space.
Yeah.
So you look like a relative. In
Well-
fact, the reason I finally decided to come on your show is because you're just so familiar looking to me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think maybe you're speaking euphemistically, but I'm going to take that. Thank you very much. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about a couple of the things you might have done before you settled on acting as a career. I guess in the beginning you wanted to be a singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do singing?
I sang. I sang.
What kind
I
of thing?
sang at the Rotary Club, and I played guitar. In fact, I came to New York to be a singer. How am I doing so far?
Just fine. And what kind of singer did you want to be?
Well, I wanted to be a rock and roll singer, but I remember once my brother was in the music business, and he worked with Decca Records, and he got me this big audition at Decca, and I sang for them. Everybody came in and sang, and when I finished, they said, well, and I thought I was a rock and roll singer.
Yeah.
And when I finished, they said, well, you know, we like you very much, but you're very much like another singer that we have, and her name's Loretta Lynn.
Is that right?
And that was like way back.
Yeah.
I was offended. I love Loretta, but I didn't think of myself as a country singer at the time. Little did I know.
And you also were going to be on television shows as a singer. I mean, you could have had a career as a singer, right?
Oh, well, yes, I came to New York, and I was going to get on, I can say this is the same network, the Carson Show.
Yeah.
And I auditioned for the Carson Show. And it was a wonderful audition. And I got on, but then that was kind of, when I was growing up, if you got on the Carson Show, that was it.
That's it, the pinnacle.
That was it. That was the top. And they called me 3 times, in fact, to be on the show. And each time I got deathly ill because I guess I just wasn't ready.
And you never went on the show as a singer at all?
Never went on the show as a singer at all.
Wow. But they probably ask you every week to come on and be on the show.
Well, not every week.
Yeah, okay.
I thought maybe I'd start with you and then I'd graduate.
Okay, sir, now's the time. Thank you very much. We'll do a commercial. The new film, which opens up all over the country on Friday.
Right.
You were a contestant on The Dating Game. Is that true?
I was.
Is that really true?
Did you ever do that?
No.
You haven't lived.
Well, you know, it's one of the few disappointments in my life that I didn't get to be.
You know, they rival you in salary.
Well, no, wait a minute.
And I got a watch. And I got a bracelet, which I still have.
All right, let's back up just a little bit. How old a person might you have been when you were on The Dating Game?
I was pretty young. I was 20, 21.
All right, 20, 21, in Los Angeles, obviously.
Los Angeles.
Struggling to be an actress, singer.
Well, yeah. I was working. In fact, it was right before I did The Dating Game. Right before I went to do Badlands, where I met my husband. And I did the show so quickly on such short notice. They said they didn't have time to really screen.
So what does that mean? You're getting the misfits?
I was in serious trouble.
The trouble, the loners. Now how did they know to call you at all? I mean, they're not just paging through the white pages and they say, hey, how about her?
I don't know. I think some friend knew that I needed the $181.
Okay, so you go on as a contestant, you pick one of the bachelors, what happens? Who'd you pick? What kind of guy?
He walked around the partition, and it was June. It was hot.
Yeah.
And he had on an overcoat.
Right.
He had on like a heavy wool coat, and I knew I was in trouble.
Yeah.
But actually, all was not lost. We won a trip to Tijuana.
Well, there you go. They just drive you down I-5 there and put you on the other side of the border.
But this is something I've been carrying for a long time. I think now's a good time. Now that The Dating Game is no longer on there. That's
close
true?
enough, yeah.
Remember the soundproof booth?
Yeah.
I got a date in the soundproof booth.
Really?
Yeah, that was a great date.
Now, how did that happen?
Well, someone takes you in and goes over your questions with you, and he asked me out.
So there was somebody else with you in the soundproof booth?
Yeah,
well,
they don't tell you that.
That's a federal violation.
I could never tell this story for years because I thought I'd get that guy in trouble.
Yeah, well, you could do some time yourself.
He's in the clinker anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, those silly days are behind you. Let's talk about this film here. This is not silliness here.
This is going to be hard to segue.
No, it's fine. No, it'll be good.
Okay. You want me to?
Whatever. Let's talk about the film. We have a few minutes of it. A couple of seconds of the film.
Okay. You want me to set that up?
Yeah. You want to talk about it? Tell us what it's about.
The clip or the film? I'm doing this.
Let's talk about the film, then we'll go to the clip. That's the brain of a host at work right there. Right there.
You're doing great.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the film. Let's talk about the film.
The film is set in 1955 in Montgomery, Alabama, and it's the story of two women and how their relationship, how their lives are affected by the 1955 bus boycott that's going on.
Yeah.
And it's really about how that event affects these two families, a black family and a white family, and how it changes our relationship. I'm an upper middle class white woman, and Whoopi Goldberg plays Odessa Cotter, who's my black maid.
Who else is in the film? Other folks we would know?
Wonderful actors. Dwight Schultz, Dylan Baker.
Dwight Schultz was from the, am I thinking of Hill Street Blues?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think
St. Louis Blues. He played for the St. Louis Blues. Brett Hull, 80 goals. All right, so
he's a wonderful actor.
the scene, is he playing your husband?
He's playing my husband, and this scene is Christmas morning.
Christmas morning. All right, so we're going to say you and
Whoopi.
Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, all right, here we go. The film opens up Friday. Here we have Sissy Spacek and Whoopi Goldberg. Watch closely.
Merry Christmas, Odessa. Ma'am, the 8th Army has arrived.
Good morning, Odessa. The turkey and the ham are in the fridge. They're thawed, and the turkey's ready to be stuffed and cooked. Now, the casserole still needs to be cooked. $3.75, but not until 1. You can't have cold casserole. You could get started on the deviled eggs, though. And when Claudia gets here, one of you will have to vacuum. Now, don't forget to put out the milk punch. Last year, we were halfway through the day, and nobody thought to put out the milk punch. Oh, no, I must be forgetting something. Oh, Merry Christmas, Odessa.
Merry Christmas, Miss Thompson.
That's pretty interesting. Was that a friendly relationship we see there, or just the way the relationship was?
In the film,
Yeah.
it starts out kind of employer-employee,
Becomes
and
something
then
else.
it becomes something else.
Yeah. Opens Friday, and you've seen the film, obviously, and are very happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
You can take your kids if they still don't believe in Santa Claus.
Well, that's very sweet. If they don't believe, you can take them.
Right, if they
No.
know about Santa,
Oh, then you can take them, yeah.
then you can take them.
Yeah.
My eight-year-old had just found out about Santa, but I want it's a good film, I think, to take.
So if
Take
they
your family
still
to-
believe in Santa Claus, it'll
Don't take
screw
them.
them up for years if they see it.
Forever. I don't want to be responsible for that.
You know, I can't tell you how happy I am you finally decided to come pay us a visit. Anytime you want to come over, you're more than welcome.
And play?
Yeah, sure, come on over.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for
Very
being here. Invite you all back for tomorrow's show. Listen to this one.
For a
Yeah,
second,
what's the matter?
well, this is something that I don't often do, but once in a while, a man has to step back
Right.
and just take a moment to say thanks. So if you could just indulge me for just 1 second.
Oh, sure.
On bass, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Will Lee.
Will, thanks, Will.
On the lead guitar, Mr. Sid McGuinness. Sid on the guitar. On drums, Anton Fig.
Anton.
Our fabulous sound consultant, a man who works round the clock with me every day, Mr. Michael DeLug in the booth. Michael, thanks for everything. That guy right over there who's pulling on that cable there, I don't know his name, but sir, you're fabulous. You're just wonderful, that man. The man who hosts Nightline, night after night, questioning those international cats about the world at large, Mr. Ted Koppel. Everybody, Ted, thank you. The president of the Hair Club for Men, Cy Sperling, everybody. You know, he's not just the president, he's also a client. The guy who claims to be a janitor, but he's really just stealing money from my dressing room every night during the show. Thank you, sir. Mr. Eddie Albert, ladies and gentlemen. I've always kind of admired him. I don't know why. Our fattest president, William Howard Taft, 350 pounds of chief executive. My evil twin brother, Raymond. Thank you, Ray. Samuel K. Skinner, our Secretary of Transportation, and a man of destiny, the sparkling taste of Schweppes seltzer water, everybody. The editors of Webster's College Dictionary, you're all fabulous. And last but not least, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America.
You forgot Dwight, the troubled teen. Just turn around now and say thanks to Dwight.
And Dwight. Thank you, Dwight. Gee, he's troubled. Thank you, Dwight.
Psychopathic, I think, is the word. All right, we'll do a commercial. We'll get Paul.